Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. I wanted to come on here and do a quick pick a card reading for you guys. As you can see, I have a Valentine's themed deck and some love themed items here. Now, don't let that deter you from watching the video. This isn't necessarily going to be romance based. The deck that is featured in the pick a card is Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon Oracles. Now, there are definitely some love-based, romance-based cards in here, but there are others that have different meanings. And of course, we're going to pull some tarot to see what else comes out with this. Now, this is intended to be pretty quick, but you guys know I like to talk, so we'll see how that goes. But this is actually a preview of the mini reading that I'm going to offer at next week, next Thursday, February 16th, at the Beauty Boost Galentine's Day event. I will be doing free mini readings there from 6 to 9 p.m. And I will also be selling my tarot decks and crystals, and there's going to be all kinds of vendors there. So your $25 ticket gets you access to all these different experiences. It's going to be just a wonderful evening. You can use the code RESTORE to get a discount off of your purchase. It is House of Restoration Mental and Medical Oasis down in Centerville, Ohio. So I will put a link to all of that down below if you're interested. And just so you guys know, the actual setup of the experience with me, what I'm going to have is you'll be sitting across the table from me, and instead of a pick a card setup like this, I'm actually going to have this deck spread out on the table, and you will just pick whatever card you're drawn to. So it's interactive in that way that you're using your intuition to pull out the card that's calling to you, just much like you use your intuition with the pick a card setup here. So once you pull that card, then I'm going to pull tarot from my Tarot of the Sea deck, and we're going to see what comes out. Why did you pick that card, right? This has been a pretty popular experience. I did a similar one for Halloween. I did a similar one at Christmas. So it just felt like something to do, and it's kind of hard to keep the mini readings mini. It's kind of hard to keep them at 10 minutes or less. So that's what we're going to try to do here. And then if there's time that night, I will pull an oracle card from the self-care. I think it's just the self-care oracle or something like that, but it's kind of a special message for self-care. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I will timestamp these down below. So I believe this is Trolleite, but it was kind of hard to probably see in the picture, but it's a really pretty blue. These are all hearts, in case you didn't notice that. This is a beautiful agate. It's an angel aura agate heart. I just love it. It may actually be amethyst as well, but it's got that beautiful coating on it. And then we also have Labradorite, which Labradorite, you can see, has that gorgeous rainbow sheen. I just love these. Okay, so number one, we're going to get started with now at 333. How fun is that? Okay, so we're going to put this aside. Okay, so number one, you've got secure, love nest. Okay, so you know, typically what I do with these, I just go off my intuition first, right? When the person's in front of me, what I'm picking up on. Then we pull the tarot and see what comes out. But secure, I mean, clearly that can be something that's like you're building a foundation. You may be, you know, if you're not in a relationship, right? It could just be building security and self-love and balance within yourself. But we do have love nest here. So something, you know, definitely could be developing for you. And it could be something that honestly feels like the most balanced, safe, secure, happy feeling that you've had, to where you've been able to like let your guard down. But let's see what the cards say. All right. So I'm just going to pull. Whoa, those just wanted to fall out, so we're just gonna pull these. Wow, oh my goodness, this is insane. Okay, so this one definitely I'm getting romance vibes for sure. For sure. We've got a King of Swords here. all right? This could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, doesn't have to be. But, you know, when you get a king who shows up, a king is, you know, what you want. You don't want a knight, unless it's the Knight of Pentacles, you know, maybe they're steady and they're working towards something and slowly making their approach. But for the most part, you know, pages, knights, they're not mature enough. You want someone to show up as a king, and here we do. King of Swords, they're very decisive. They know what they want. They take action. So I feel like whatever this is maybe coming in quickly. But you have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups here. I mean, could we be any more obvious that this is like definitely a romantic interest coming in? I mean, this is a love offer, and the Two of Cups. Now, I am getting, for some of you, you might have some fears. Like, I'm getting, because of this cage being here right now, both the birds are in the cage together, but it's kind of like being guarded, like having your heart on guard from like letting something like this come in. But what I'm getting for most of you is that whatever this situation is, you know, and if they're not here yet, this could be somebody that you're attracting in. The blue heart, you know, to me, this is somebody who speaks their truth, somebody who's honest. King of Swords definitely is someone who's in their authentic energy. So that's really beautiful. Let's get a self-care card. Now see if all of them can only be that quick, right? When I'm at the event. Okay, I'm going to shuffle here. Intuition. Okay, this is beautiful. So this is about trusting your intuition. What your intuition is saying about this person, right? And if you're feeling good things, you know, again, perhaps your heart is a little bit guarded because of the past, because of the things that happened in the past. You know, that it's like, is this too good to be true? But it's like, if, you know, if your intuition is telling you, you know, good things, right? If you're feeling secure, and how are they showing up for you, right? And it's definitely important to give it time. But this is saying to me, like, this is like your 2 and 8, that adds up to 10. This is like closing out a cycle, and moving forward as far as like really trusting your inner guidance and your inner knowing, and moving past the fears and doubts. Okay. So that is really beautiful. Oh, I'm going to put this away. All right. I told you guys it was going to be quick, right? All right. I'm going to put these back. So we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is the agate. This one is mine, possessiveness. Ooh, okay. So this has got a little bit of a darker vibe. So this could be somebody in your life that is maybe a little too controlling. Or perhaps you're feeling insecure, or, you know, wanting to know where things stand, right? If someone is like yours, so to speak. But let's see what the tarot says. A few cards here. See, this varies, because like the last one I had like 3 cards pop out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one's definitely a romantic vibe here. I'm getting that there's perhaps somebody that, you know, you view as someone that you have a deep connection with, and that you've been trying to manifest. Perhaps this person committing to you or coming back into your life. We have the Magician here. So this is definitely magical. Magical in the sense of like your alchemy, you being able to bring things to fruition and having this inner guidance and this inner knowing. I'm getting that there's things that have definitely been left unsaid with this person. Maybe they've never revealed feelings for you. Things that are hidden, because we've got the moon. We have a lot of major arcana here. I just noticed this, and these cards are shuffled. This deck is shuffled. So we have the Magician, the Moon, the Lovers, and the Chariot. I mean, it's definitely, you know, you've got this, these mermaids here, and it's hard to see in this lighting, but she definitely looks like she's like holding on to him, like possessive. What I'm getting is like once you pull back your energy, right, things are going to shift really quickly. I've got, you know, because you can see like it progresses from her clinging on to him. And it's almost like with the mermaid vibes, it's sort of like this fantasy. But the Chariot, it's like once she moves like on and she like becomes her own kind of like knight in shining armor, right? That's when there's this light bulb that shifts on, this clarity that comes in. It's in the Ace of Swords. That's a new beginning, and it can be a challenging new beginning, but it's this breakthrough. It's this like a whole new world opening up. And I'm getting too, like it could be, you know, a whole new world opening up for you, moving away from, you know, this idea that this person, you know, is your person and has to be this person, because we've got after that, you know, a king showing up, a King of Wands, right? Somebody who's confident, somebody who's passionate, somebody who's a leader, somebody who takes charge, somebody who doesn't run away, somebody who doesn't run away from the connection. But what I am getting here is this could take some time. Take some time for you to move on from, you know, this feeling of like that it has to be this outcome with this specific person. And it's not to say that things can't shift. I mean, I'm definitely picking up on you having a partnership. We've got the Two of Cups right here and the Ace of Cups. So, and I just shuffled, like, I don't know if you watched number one, but this is crazy. These cards just came out. King of Wands, you know, I'm getting there, it's going to take some time, I think, too, for you to maybe balance your inner feminine masculine. We have the Seven of Pentacles here. That, for me, is a card of like, it can be up to 7 months. Again, energy's fluid, energy shifts. Things can change on a whim, but it's one of those, like, you plant seeds and you give it to God. You surrender, right? So that's like the sandcastle here and then the feather planted in it. And in the interim, like before you bring this in, again, I'm getting that you need to move forward with your own life and your own happiness and, you know, create your own fairy tale, create your own story. We've got the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of teamwork. But I chose this image. What I love is it's like all these people in the water, and they're, you know, spinning, holding hands, and it's like a wheel. But it's like this, to me, it's like this soul tribe. It's like soul tribe. They're out there, they're laughing, they're basking in the water, and they're just enjoying their life, right? So they're focusing on community. They're focusing on just fun and not focusing on, you know, this energy, this like I'm clinging on to this. So let's get you a self-care card. All right. Okay, I just shuffled and we had the same one come out. We had intuition. This to me is stepping into that goddess vibe. You can see there's actually like a goddess like holding the moon like over her heart. and then her third eye is awakened and open. This is like, you know, just really focusing on your heart and getting out of your head. You know, the possessive energy is very much, in my mind, it's like an anxious energy. What are they doing now? Are they thinking about me? Are they with someone else? You know, are they going to call me? Are they going to text me? When am I going to see them again? Like, that's all, like, that's not surrendering to, again, spirit. Here we've got with the Seven of Pentacles, with the feather, you know, trusting the journey. The moon is also about our intuition. The magician is about manifesting, you know, using energy. It's interesting too, we've got 2 light bulbs. And I'm pretty sure in this whole deck, 78 cards, that these are the only 2 that have light bulbs. So it's like this, once something shifts in you and you focus your energy inward onto creating your own path instead of trying to draw this person back in, that's when like this whole new world opens up and you start flowing, right? The moon is about flow. And that's when you become magnetic. You become in that goddess energy and you follow your passion. You know, and I always tell people, well, it's really kind of an epiphany I just had in the last few weeks. It's not the thing that you ultimately want. It's the feeling that that thing is, you think the thing is going to bring to you. So, and what can you start doing in your life to bring yourself that feeling? There's other things that can bring you passion, joy, happiness. And once you start having those experiences, right, you know, and having that joy with others and with your own pursuits, it really does open up a whole new world for you. And then you do start becoming magnetic and bringing in, you know, it could, you know, bring back that person, but you need to get to the point where you know, you honestly, and it's easier said than done, but it's possible, where, you know, you really like, it's really okay if it's not this person, and you start being, you know, drawing other people into your life, higher vibrational people who want to be in your life, people who show up for you. And then you start to realize, you know, that you need this specific person less and less each day that goes by as a source of your joy, because you're creating your own joy. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. We are going to move on to number 3 now. All right, number 3 is the Labradorite. So we're going to see what card you chose. Ooh, Casanova, swept off your feet. Okay, so this could be somebody who, Casanova in my mind is kind of Knight of Wands energy, but we'll see what cards come out. They might be in and out of your life. This could be just something that you're looking for, hoping for, wanting for, waiting for. You're wanting somebody to come in and sweep you off your feet, or someone has. So let's see what's going on here. A lot of major arcana. Okay. That's kind of what I was picking up on. When I saw the Casanova, I was like, I think that's a Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is somebody who came in, obviously, as the card says, swept you off your feet, and just like hooked you, and then ghosted, or have been in and out of your life, right? Non-committal. I'm getting like lots of stops and starts, because we've got the wheel here, moving forward, but then we've got the Hermit. This is you kind of like looking outside, waiting, you know, are they going to come hang with me? Are they going to spend time with me? What happened, right? Where the heck did they go? And they may have even like come back a second time, because we've got the Fool here and the Maiden of Pentacles, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. And like, you thought, you know, perhaps like this time was going to be different. Maybe they showed up in a different way, right? A little bit more solid, but ultimately, like, they didn't go the distance, right? Like, I feel like it took, like, a lot for you to take that leap and trust them, and then they didn't follow through again, because we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands here. The Five of Pentacles is an energy of being left out in the cold. Seven of Swords, they, you know, this is definitely an energy of somebody who is talking to more than one person, somebody who's not engaged. You can see she's hugging the guy on the beach and she's looking at her phone. She's not focused on him. Ten of Wands is kind of, and Nine of Wands, I mean, both of these. Ten of Wands is kind of just feeling burdened and overwhelmed. And you can see she's kind of just sitting here like, I can't believe I fell for it again. Nine of Wands is just like, you know, walking this path, like you finally getting yourself up, and it's like, now I gotta, where am I gonna, like, I gotta start all over again. But what I'm getting, you know, we have the Justice card here on the bottom. And this is about, you know, justice obviously is you finding justice in the situation, but I view this as finding that balance within yourself. I feel like this situation was meant to bring you, to trigger you and help you grow, help you set boundaries, help you, you know, to show you, yeah, this person, you know, they swept me off my feet, and these are things that I really, really find attractive in a person, you know, XYZ, whatever it was. But it doesn't have, you know, just knowing that, all right, they showed me what I like, what's out there, but they also showed me what I don't want and what I'm not willing to put up with, right? And it's, you know, you finding that inner strength within yourself, and it's not an easy process. I've been on this path for, gosh, going on 6 years now, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 2017. Summer of 2017. It's a process to get to this point where you're like, okay, I'm just going to be in my own goddess energy and bring in the things that, you know, I know that I'm worth, you know, and surrendering, right? We've got the Hanged Woman here. Like, you often feel stuck and stagnant, and like things are progressing and then they aren't, you know, I'm going to get my happy ending. I'm going to get my dream, and then it doesn't, right? But this is also a card about surrendering and looking at the lessons and the growth. And I swear I shuffled these, you guys. This is crazy. But we have the Death card all in a row. Lots of major arcana. This is the Death and Rebirth. This is really like discovering who you are, and this I'm just getting this metamorphosis and transformation, because, you know, what you'll soon find, and I think like right now where you're like done, like you're just like at the end of your rope, you're done, is that you're going to be amazed when you look back and see the things that you used to put up with, and to have those boundaries, to have that self-love, right? When somebody doesn't show up and love you properly, or the way you deserve, like, it teaches you how to love yourself. And when you learn to love yourself, it's like, there's nothing more empowering than that, because then you're only going to let people in your life who are worthy of being there, who are worthy of your time and energy and your affection. People who show up, I mean, and they stay and they want to be there, right? So it may take some time to do some healing from this situation, but what I'm getting is like, I'm getting like this merry-go-round, like you're, you know, this person came in and but they're not faithful, or they're not committing, they're not settling down. And so, you know, the false promises, you know, you're moving on from that. You're ready to, I feel like, spend some time on your own to really discover who you are, and bring in, you know, something much more balanced, something that you deserve. And it's not, like I said, not an easy process, but the more time you spend alone and the more time you like it, you know, and really start to date yourself and just find hobbies, like whatever it is. You know, with me, I started making tarot decks as a creative outlet, you know, an outlet for all of my sacral energy, and, you know, going to the gym and, you know, exercising and hanging out with my girlfriends. But I also love being at home with my cats. I love doing vision boards. I love journaling. I love just sometimes watching, YouTube videos, other tarot readers. I love cooking. Just relaxing at home. So the more you do those things and you start to enjoy your own company, like I said, the need to have someone else in your life dissipates. And the less you need someone, the more powerful you become. Because the less you need somebody, the more likely it is that you're not going to accept crumbs. All right, so let's see what self-care message is coming in for you. What's that? Oh my God, this is unfreaking believable, you guys. I just shuffled. Okay, so if you haven't watched any of the other ones yet, spoiler if you want to go back, intuition came out in all three. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I didn't mention this on the last video, but this one was on the bottom of the deck the last time, abundance planning. And I was just talking literally about spending time with my cats, journaling, and making vision boards. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, so this is like definitely confirmation that you should be, using all this energy you have within you, this passion, to bring in abundance. And once you start, attracting, number one, once you start engaging in things that bring you passion and joy, like for me, my side business does that, with the tarot and getting out in events and things like that. You have such little free time to really need someone else. And that's not to shy away from emotions or suppress emotions. Definitely, don't try to make yourself so busy that you just, ignore that kind of stuff, right? That's not what I'm encouraging. But it's like every night, it's like, what am I going to work on now? Like, I go to hot yoga and then it's like, oh my God, I'm going to work on my deck, my latest deck. I have this idea. Or I'm going to work on my journal. Or I'm going to work on my vision board. Or I'm going to practice pound routines for fitness. I'm going to do this or that. And I'm just snuggle with my cats. And it's like this immense amount of joy that it's like, honestly, adding someone else in my life right now, it's kind of like, wow, I have this new routine in this life I've created for myself, right? So that's what you're being encouraged to do. Intuition, again, is the main one that came out. But I felt compelled to share that other one with you guys because I just talked about the cats and the journaling. But this is about going inward and really awakening that inner goddess, right? See how this is in her heart. Because, when you're in the 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands energy, a lot of that, it's like you can see like she's in her head, she's like stressed, she's overwhelmed. This, it's like when you're trusting your intuition, you're in flow, you're in goddess mode, you just know you have the magic around you, the spark. Everything is like happening as it should. And when you just have this joy every day, like, oh my God, my life is so amazing. What am I going to do tonight? What am I going to do that? Versus, I miss this person so bad, or I wish this person would come back, or I wish I had someone in my life, versus, oh my God, my life is so amazing. Do I really need anyone else? And when you get to that point, that's when you become balanced and you become magnetic. But trusting your intuition, it's like thinking back to the situation with this Casanova. Like you probably had, and this is, there are red, there's a red background. There probably were red flags. And maybe you ignored your intuition. And now you've learned that lesson and you're going to do better next time, right? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you would like to have your own personal reading, you can schedule with me. I do have some limited availability just because my schedule is so busy now, but a few weeknights here and there, and then sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. So that information is down below if you guys want to check that out. Until next time, take care.